Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Mr. Fox Crimson with another cast. As we do, if you have a hot drink, a cold drink, salute. Oof. Look at that, I got myself a little bit of vanilla ice cream. Good stuff. Also, much love to my wife, Mrs. BVB. She's currently working on her Trickster, who is a BA, beyond all BA. Like, he's a monster. He's level 98 and he's ridiculous. He's Essence Drain Contagion, something like 11,000 E-Shield CI, and oh my god, is he strong. He's like strong. And for tonight on the cast, well, I'm just going to meander around, really. I don't have much of a plan. So, there's that. Yeah, I mean, there's really no plan. I mean, I was thinking maybe do the Conquerors, get them out of the way and go from there. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Itchy ears. What do we got here? Redeemer map. Did we need 2 Redeemers to finish Redeem? Yep, and we needed 2 Baron mobs. Yeah, we needed 2 Crusaders. Okay. Yep, 2 Crusader maps. Do. That could be a bit of a problem, but we'll figure it out as we go. Okay.
Just need a moment to catch
You know, I do want to edit something here. Alright. Hey, Silverleaf, how are you, dude? Good to see you. How you been? This way. All right. Getting near the end of my Dark Souls 1 playthrough, by the way, chat, if you guys have been keeping up with it. Starting to get to the point where I've only got, at this point in the playthrough, the DLCs and Lord Gwyn, I think, if I'm remembering where I left off in my recording. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Dark Souls 1 is one of those type of videos that even though you can be good at, or at least have fun playing it, it's got so much heavy content that not many people look for the noobish, or the people who don't do straight PvP. And I'm not a PvP player. I'm not a computer, not in general, on Dark Souls. World of Tanks, or any kind of those military strat games, that's a different story. Once upon a time, I used to play a lot of Battlefield. Like, I played Battlefield 1942, the original, all the way, all of them, up until Battlefield 4. I did get Battlefield 5, or it's Battlefield 1, I forget, the one that came out after 4. I skipped Hardline, because Hardline was trash. And, yeah. I used to be one of the top ranking folks on Battlefield 2142 stats for using the Walker mechs. But that was a long, long time ago.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Very long time ago now. I was never really good at Battlefield 2. I mean, the concept of the game was good, I just wasn't very good at it. I couldn't seem to find a flow. And I played a dumb amount of Battlefield 3 on the Xbox. Hey, Harvest Craft, we was talking about. Perry was talking about these. Which one of the DLCs? I have to think about it, because there's a couple different ones. There's the... I'm trying to remember them all. The 3 Crowns. I think the only boss that I had a hard time with in DLCs is Sir Alon himself. Because boy, oh boy, he's cheatsy. Of course, you get over this side, the Delirium Mirror, and you've cleared half the map. City of Light. I remember in Dark Souls 2, I remember the Iron Crown DLC. That's what Sir Alon is. I remember, was it the Dragon DLC? Where you go through, it looks like a giant ziggurat? That one was a bit of a challenge. And yeah, the one where you have to Sir Alon's at the end. He's not the actual boss, he's an optional. You start outside in snow, and it's the giant melty tower. I don't remember City of Light. I don't. I'll tell you, some of the hardest challenges I ever did was going through and getting rank 3, or final rank in the where was that? In the Abyss in Dark Souls 2. That was interesting, I'll tell you that much. Caster Fire currency. Currency reforges. Physical fire currency. Change to sacrifice a map. Let's do this one. I want the caster mods. I want the currency craft. Or maybe a reforge, depending.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
What do we got? Reforge a rare, keeping all prefixes. Well, we're going to store that. Exchange, exchange, exchange. Exchange 3 orb. Yes, we'll do that right now, actually. Blessed Orcs Alteration, Orb Ogs for Regals. Again, yeah, heck yeah. Scouring for annulment. Well, that's interesting. 3 orbs of alteration for chaos. Yeah. No, orbs of alteration. Scouring for annulment.
Attention citizens. Please commence your change 1399.
For starters, let's pick up all that sweet, sweet currency.
Thank you.
Reforge the colors of a socket. That's for chromatics. Randomized and numeric. Reforge a rare. Reforge a rare. I don't want to reforge though. Reforging is not what I want. Well, hang on. Stuck with. I was told loot was better if you group up Path. It can be, yes. When you group in Path of Exile, the mobs also get harder. There is a chart on their website and the forums that shows what the scaling is. So as you group with people, the mobs get harder, but they do have a higher loot chance to drop. But you will fight a harder game. Reforge? Oh no, magic. Reforge a rare with a new random mod, including caster mod. Forge a rare with a new random. Increase damage, poison, critical or cold, and attack and cast. Burning and cast. Axes. Chaos damage and increased attack and cast. If it wasn't for the axes. Dexterity, evasion, leech, cast, attack. Damage with dual wield, meh. Life mod. Socket cold map enchantments. Physical mod. Socket color fire. Elemental resistances. Weapon enchantment places quality effect when harvested. Okay, let's see what we got out of that. That could be real good. I think. I don't know. We'll take a look. I wish I knew more about this harvesting craft stuff, you know? Enchant a melee weapon. Does not increase its physical, but has one weapon range per quality. Change a mod that grants fire into cold. Change a fire to lightning. Change lightning into cold. Turn 2 sockets to the red and blue. If it's true, could you and 10 run hardcore 2 Maven? No, I don't play hardcore. Never doing hardcore, man. Game's too unstable. In my opinion. I have an issue if I'm playing a game where if I die once, I lose all my progress and get kicked out and go to softcore or something like that. Not my style. I respect those that play hardcore, but it's not my way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that. Change from fire to cold, fire to lightning, fire to lightning. Be interesting if you want to stack cold resistance. Trust me. I mean it. Hardcore is not my thing. Chromatic. Interesting. Normal magic with a rare with physical. Reforge. I don't really see anything I want out of that. Attack mod, socket, crafting, cold, implicit modifier to certain jewel types are harvested. Interesting. Caster physical currency, exchanges, sacrifice, additional crafting outcome. See, adding the implicit mod will be interesting. Where are my jewels? See, that doesn't give me anything implicit, so that could be interesting. I have another one here, don't I? Yeah. And that's my Cannot Be Silenced and Corrupted Blood. That's a good gem, so I'm not messing with that. I'm going to play with this. I'm not. Take a look. I have 29 deaths. I've had a lot of help to get to this point. Champ map with side area. Set a new implicit on a Cobalt Crimson, Viridian, or Prismatic jewel. Cobalt Crimson or Viridian. Well, that's not bad. Regeneration? Not my greatest thing. I have enough regeneration from Vitality. Light reason. Do I want your stuff? That's up to you if you are really done with the league. I'm not going to make you do any of that call. Chance to avoid being shot, but that's not terrible. Forge a rail with the rail. 3 sockets, 4 sockets. Normal magic items are rare. Attack mod, cold mod with more cold mods. Baron. The answer is going to be no. Hang on to it so you can move it into standard then.
Just need a moment to catch
Just remember, yeah. Lightning, Chaos Unique. Thank you for the offer though, my dear. I don't want to take your stuff. You've given me more than enough. I'm good with what I have. I need to learn to get better if I'm going to keep playing this game at this point. The help you give me has been invaluable. Defense, lightning, socket, modify, the lucky modifier when harvested. Exchange pale core keys, splinters, breedstones, or emblems. Interesting. Lightning, chaos unique, upgrades, and body armor enchantment. A lot of my staying alive too is a lot of luck. By the way. Upgrade a magic item to a rare and 3 random high tier mods. Well, that's interesting. Change unique into another unique. Well, why not? Let's just burn that. To my uniques that I have a million things of. It gave me deer skin. I'm a deer stalker. Wow. Yay. Reforge with a new random including chaos mod. Spell damage, lightning to spells, critical chance for spells, gain cold as extra chaos. Physical damage, increased cast speed, increased crit chance, reduce enemy threshold, and +2 level to all chaos spell skills. Too bad I'm not a block build. You know? Too bad I'm not a block build. I mean, the critical chance for chaos is wasteful, but... Block until fire damage, lightning damage. Increase critical. Yeah, I mean, bleh. None. Except for my wife. My wife is really the only one that helps me in this game. You know? She's actually better at this than I am, by a lot. Enchant body armor, quality design increases defenses. Corrupted, right? Can't do it? Yeah, I didn't think so. Shoot. It depends on what you're doing. Like, this isn't terrible, but it's fire damage and lightning damage is what, unless you're doing some kind of crazy chromatic, you know. Do you have things to work with? It is culminating. What is that level? Oh, 73? It just won't roll. Was that all I had? Was just those 3? She's had a bad run. She is better at this. She's just having a bad run. I am very lucky. I'm actually very blessed that Mrs. BBB decided to take a chance with me. Are you having bad runs now on your ETC? This guy. Do me a favor, do slash deaths on him and tell me how many you have. Yes, I do. Okay, you have 105. And I remember you going through the same stress, agony, and pain that you put yourself through for that character that is now min-max and near unkillable, that you went through in this league with everything else. The difference is, and certainly this is important, what I'm about to say, the major difference in this league is there's no market for us. Neither one of us can sell a doggone thing, because the stupid Harvest Craft, if you don't get Harvest Craft right and get these 300 Exalt items, I can't buy anything or sell anything because no one wants to buy the stuff that I know would normally sell. By now in this league, at this point, 23 days in for me, Mrs. BB will be sitting on close to 20-ish Exalts, not counting her the gear she's wearing. Nobody's buying things. No one's making us get chaos. The only resources I've been able to get for currency is out of these rituals, and that's out of pure luck. She at least has had some better success, but no one's buying anything, and Harvestcraft destroys the economy unless you know how to perfectly play it. It's no fun. When you can't get currency to get the advanced gear, you end up sitting on items like this. Now, this isn't a bad piece. Don't get me wrong. This is not a bad piece of armor. I've had it for a while. I can't do anything with it. I can't add to it, and replacing it is really difficult because I want to increase its quality. I want to hit it with a Harvestcraft to make it give me more chaos or something, or more resistances, or more defenses, or more attack. I can't. I have to replace the whole piece. You know, this is Mrs. BBB's gloves. This is a multi-exalt item that wouldn't sell. This would sell in any other league for several exalts. So this is a multi-exalted item that should sell. Wouldn't move. You know, these boots are also a multi-exalted item. Strength, life, high resistances, fire and cold, and a 30% movement speed. These things don't sell. And they should be selling, but they won't. I bought this belt. Huge strength, huge life boost, fire res, chaos res, blast effect duration. For only a few chaos. You know, it's insanity. This helmet was a drop, for God's sakes. You know, I bought this amulet. Yep, I bought this amulet. High dex, look at the spell damage increase, cast speed, life, elemental resistance, and a huge weapon chaos. This is a 12 exalt necklace. I bought it for chaos. Only a few chaos, too. Yeah, Mrs. BBB's got... I don't know if you can link it to me, because you're out of league. Mrs. BBB has a 6-socketed armor, astral plate, white sockets, fully linked. That's probably worth 40 or 50 exalts. Couldn't sell for 10. It's the league. Harvestcraft has broken Path of Exile's economy. Yeah, of course the top 10 streamers whine for it, because they know how to manipulate it to their end and continue with these overpowered, ridiculous builds. And we've seen it on Tenkiei stream, no offense, and Mathel, and Empyrean, and Cloudy. They know how to use Harvestcraft in ways that JGG never could, because that's what they do for a living. They're good at it, and the rest of us people, normal players, it's not easy. I don't have the currency to buy new gear, and I don't have the experience to craft it. What I need. I mean, I'm playing around with Harvest now. But it's not been pleasant. Harvestcraft needs to become just a crafting option and not an end-all be-all crafting ability. That's the problem. God, I want those chaos and I can't get them. Yeah, Badger Ziz. Yeah, and Quinn and Mathel. They all use Harvestcraft to make these ridiculous playable builds. And don't get me wrong, they're fun to watch. But show me a normal person who doesn't play this 12 hours a day to get to that point. And even then, those who can, you're asking for miracles when it comes to some of the things that these guys do. I think I'm at 300 feet. I do. And it's kind of heartbreaking to see it. Did you look at that? Yeah, some of them do. Like, I don't even know if I can use Baylor's thing to do for the market because the market's shattered. Yeah. I guess it's really good for people in solo self-found as well. Because anything you do is good in SSF when it comes to that kind of crafting. I'm assuming. Damn, good strikes. Yeah, if it drives this channel, I mean, that is what it is. And people do watch these crazy streamers to make these crazy builds that eat content alive. I mean, for God's sakes, we watched in period when the Herald stacking builds were broken on Cirrus 8. Standing in the Chaos Storms for a couple of minutes, and they weren't even touching his stacker because he was so ridiculous. And eventually killed him. But he didn't care. He's like, I'm going to stand here. I don't care.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Yeah, like I said, hardcore is not for me, simply because I don't want to go through it working on all these crazy achievements and being self-satisfied that I'm playing hardcore and you die and you get kicked to standard. Or I don't know if you get kicked into the league, you do hardcore league. No, I just can't. It's not me. It's not my style. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with hardcore. Is it Perry the pig that plays in hardcore? Or am I thinking, no, he plays in solo self-found a lot. He's good. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's something I don't have. Jay ran up more of a Horizons drop. You want to see me play something that I'm good at and know how to play? I'll need to go back and do mines. I'm halfway decent on mine build. But it does require Chaveron's wrapping 6-link. And that's unfortunately a keystone that was very expensive.
Fight for survival. Open the void! Outrun this.
Yeah. Another thing I have an issue with, and I understand why it's done, it's keeping you just beating your head against the wall and spamming it to abuse the mechanics, is games that penalize you by taking away experience from dying. Yeah, go for it. I can pull it up on stream too. This is something I was talking about. Mrs. BBB like will make a new build every so often, and she enjoys it. She likes
Just
the
need a
building
moment
of the
to
character.
catch my breath.
But if you can't get the currency, there's no point. You can't get these builds. It takes away your fun of the game, the more casual players. Alright. Yep, I see it. Thank you, dear. Oh, on a what? A ball lightning miner? Okay, that looks ridiculous. Bring a new experience to those who have not played mana builds before. So it's a high mana build. Interesting. On a Scion? 5-link chestplate with 2 jewel orbs, unique with beast crafting at 50. There you go. Unique it. Not turn it into unique, I hope, because then you'd screw it over, but yeah. How does this work? All rare items have 6 F6 total. 3 previous, 3 and 3. Any item, all rare items have 6 affixes total. 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes. An item level will both restrict and allow certain rolls on the item. Okay, in a nutshell, you want a high item level. We knew that. That's no giving. So here's the thing that's very important. This is what Mrs. BBB was probably getting at here. This. Due to the unpredictable market price, this user can't give an exact price. Cheap, moderate, and expensive. That doesn't work in Harvest Crafts because the expensive items are probably 200-300 exalts, and even the cheap items are probably 10 or 15. But this does look amazing. Daggers for crit chance. Yep, crit chance, small minor. Yep. 5% of non-chaos damage, extra chaos trigger is socketed. Huh. Increased global crit. Tempest Ruin. Look at the chest plate uses. Why I can't have enough net cells. Yeah, we'll take a look. Okay. Helmet. Body armor. Cloak of Defiance, lacquered garb. Cloak of Defiance is stupid. Prioritize the item before you have, because it's the main source of the 40% mind over matter. The roll is prioritized to plus minus maximum mana, so 10% of it immediately goes to your mana of any damage, and then mind over matter on top of that. That's awesome. That's a hell of a reduction. So that's 7. That's Omega Con. Dodge. Oh, that's why they stack the mana too. You get the dodge out of it. You'll lose mana on time. Yeah. E-shields, the energy shield's only 263, but you get 1300 evasion. You know? Depending on how the builds work, that could be really good. Antares foible. It's a bit unique heavy, isn't it? At the same time as rares. It can't die? Really? It's probably because it's reducing most of the damage into mind over matter with 5,000 mana. And then you stack enough regeneration on top of it, and it doesn't matter where your health is concerned, right? Okay. A Death 583 all? Oh, we gotta watch this. Seer's Awakening, Deathless. Level 8, no bottle of faith. Yeah, Mrs. BBB's got 11,000 on her CI build EDC character. This user has less than 3,000 health. Look at the mana regen. They lose so much percentage, but they have such high regen it doesn't tick. Look at that. Now keep in mind this is a Scion. It doesn't really have all the same skills as Saboteur, which is where your typical mind build goes. He hit her for 2,500 mana and no damage to her life. This is just practice. We've seen this. So this user is taking a ton of hits, but they're just not going through the mana at all. Yeah, I know 583 is no joke. He just took a 3,500 hit to his mana. Delving is not death. Delving's actually a lot of fun. I just haven't done it on this league at all. Look at that regeneration of mana. $2,500 hit mana shook it right off like it was nothing. There was a hit to his life, came right back. Wow. This is silly. Oh yeah, in hardcore, the smallest mistake will absolutely kill you. Kill you instantly. It's probably why you don't have people delving past 200 or so in HC. This guy was in full control of this battle the whole time. Just smacked down all at this low level. That was amazing. That was pretty doggone amazing. You gotta admit it. Now I'll say with this being said, I can now understand why Mrs. BBB was saying, I can't afford this build because there's no money in this league for the standard player. It's all held by the Big Ten. You know, the big streamers. People who can use Harvestcraft. I mean, for God's sakes, Cloudy paid someone an extra 10 or 12 exalts just because he hit craft user before he's been buying it for 30 chaos a pop. I mean, I'd like to throw money around like that. Because I can, but I can't. Ouch, that hurt. Yeah, hardcore is just no joke. What we got here? Junk. Hey, look, a cane of unraveling, Mrs. BVB. If I was a block build chaos damage build, that would be pretty good. Especially on a 5-socket. Ain't gonna be worth crap in this league. I am going to defer it, though. Business now, when it used to be a game, it's odd. Well, it's always going to be a business to GGG. It's how they make their living. And especially for streamers, you know? Rise of the Phoenix. Resistances. Regeneration. Big fire res. It's all about a low life. I'm not saying this is a bad game. I'm never going to say that. It is a fun game. It is a good game. But grinding gear games has kind of put themselves in a position where they've got this uncontrolled power creep, and even they admit it, and they're not exactly sure how to fix it, and that sucks for them. You know? Because, you know, I get it.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
So, I mean, there's that. Now, my biggest saving grace, what's actually keeping me alive, I'll die to an Alpha Strike, don't get me wrong. We'll take a look at this in a sec. Okay, what really is keeping me alive was something that Mrs. BB helped me do. I'll show it to you guys in just a second. I've got more health than I had before, that's big. I've got a little more defenses across the board, but not as good as what she helped me get. I have this ring here, which has plus 10 life for each enemy hit by my spells. All I do is spells, and my blades are ridiculous. The other ring, plus 15 life gained for each enemy hit by your spells. Followed by, I have a vitality of level 5. Yeah, it's sorcery magic builds are kind of the way. Some people can make crazy melee builds, but I'm not one of them. So all my my hit survivability comes from me hitting for 25 points of life for every hit I do. So of course I drop a whack of blades and then blow them up. So just keep that in mind.
Good day.
Now that map. Rare monsters, you have Vuln. They have critical strike increase. They have critical strike multiplier. They're faster. They attack and cast faster. They reflect elemental. That doesn't hurt you. They're extra projectiles. They poison on a hit, and they have nemesis and a power charge. I trust you, Mrs. BBB, but I don't trust this game. Just saying. Like I said, just saying, I trust you, my dear, but I don't trust the game.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
The elusive of my movements helps a lot. It does mess up my dodge chances a little bit, so I only really get one dash because of it, as opposed to 2 or 3, because Withering Step shares a movement cooldown. The only way I've been able to kind of overcome that a little bit is to have second wind support and increased duration on both Withering Step and Dash. So the increased duration sits on Dash. The increased duration sits on Withering Step, so it lasts a lot longer. You can see it takes a while to cut down. But it shares a cooldown with Dash. Now right now I can't dash, or I can actually with elusive one. But the moment I dash, it turns off my elusive buff, so I've got to be careful and use Dash to get out of packs of mobs when I get splattered. Popcorn Cyclone does kills. Cyclone's a good skill. It's a good launching skill too. Using it for cast and crit builds. Mrs. BBB played a Cospre's cast and crit build. It was hilarious to watch. There were boards of frost everywhere. Deathless Human Maven watching on your EDC build, right? So that's the thing. EDC, you put the time into it. You know it. You know how that build works, soup to nuts, and of course, it doesn't surprise me you've gone deathless with your EDC build. You're that good at it. Immediate instability is still your favorite node in the tree. I don't really have one. I mean, there's no. Hey, this is a great thing. I should have this all the time. It's just not my style. I don't know enough about the game to say this is one of my favorite things ever. Oh, well, hang on.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Wait a minute. I just realized what you said. Mrs. BBB, you went deathless with Maven watching against the boss through the map with all those nasty little mods on it. You are aware, if you can recreate that every league, you can start doing carry services for people. Of course, getting a build to be that good when the market is complete trash because of Harvestcraft, it's a little bit harder, isn't it? Holy moly, see what I mean? I almost got splattered by those guys exploding. Oh, the race, that's why. With the regeneration buddy. That explains why I didn't kill him on the first volley. One more. Yeah, like I know her builds are solid. They really are. But I'll be doggone if she doesn't have a bad run of luck on a regular basis. And it's out of nowhere, too. I'll watch her. She'll clear like 10 or 15, 20, 30 maps, all with ridiculous mods. And then all of a sudden, death on lesser maps with lesser mods and lesser mobs. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
Heavy dodge.
Oh, Stormheart. I've seen that. I have one already. Oh, no, I don't.
Peace to you.
Random on death effects are terrible bad. They have killed me, and they've killed both of us more times than we care to imagine. I need one more new-ass tier map. Last row I was dying to a freaking Dominus in story. She was doing a new build to see what's going on. She does not die to Dominus. Mrs. BBB never dies to Dominus. Ever. I've never seen her die to Dominus. She died to Dominus today once, and that was it. I can understand piety before the nightmare fight. I can understand Reveal if you're not really understanding how the game works, the item of Reveal. I get that. I've died to Reveal on my minor build because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't have the right gear. But dying to Dominus in Act 4, when you know what you're doing, it's debilitating. It really is. Where the hell is he? Oh, he's in Turn's End. Okay. Turn's End, we're very light on.
Just need 'em.
I have some good news.
Something grinding gear put in the game 2 weeks ago, and it generally screws PC players up bad due to the lag drops. Yeah, we don't... Lag's a bad word in this channel. Just saying. Game, are you really gonna screw me on Tears End map? Well, okay. I mean, if that's what you want me to do, then let's go kill some conquerors.
Judging by the trailer line. Judging by the trailer.
Console hardware is universal. If you have a PlayStation or an Xbox, there is no variation in your hardware. Generally speaking. Okay, who's keeping you guys alive? Thank you. Yeah. You know what I mean by there's no variation in your hardware? If you have an Xbox One, you have an Xbox One. There you go. The game's built for Xbox One. It's going to run on Xbox One the same for everybody. If you have a PlayStation 5, it's going to run the same on as a PlayStation 5. You know, that's just the basics of the consoles. Now, when you get PCs, you run into different processor types, and strengths, and speeds, and different memory types, different motherboards, different video cards. Case in point, Mrs. BBB's got an extremely powerful 1080 in her computer, and I've got a 2060, which is a good card too. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. We both have an i7 high-end processor. We both have 16 gigabytes of memory. She experiences game crashes all the time. I don't. And I stream. I don't know what the difference is. Functionally, aside from the video card, there is no difference. And the errors she gets are common ones that have been around for years, from what we see on the forums. With Vulkan, I should say. Just random crash to desktops, which I don't get. I don't understand it. I've looked through all her console logs. I've looked through her engine logs. I've looked through her system logs. I've checked her drivers. I've checked her antivirus. I've checked everything that I can do when I sit down with that computer. There was no reason for her hard crash to desktop with no errors. Which, of course, you get in for that, too. That'll sour your taste for the league. But I'll be honest with you, if I'm going to get a better piece of chest armor, I'm going to need to buy a 6-socket base with the right item level and see what I can do with the drops I get out of Harvest. Yeah, DirectX isn't any better. Vulkan, I don't know if you know, Vulkan is the, with a K. Vulkan is the graphics driver solution for Path of Exile that PoE has decided to use to write their platform's graphics in. Wildstar, that's the name of the game. Wildstar uses it as well. I'm sure others do as well, I just don't know what they are. Another streamer saying from the PoE the Vulkan was active. I don't know. Again, I've seen it say something about a fencing problem, which I don't know what that is on Mrs. BB's machine. I don't experience it on mine. And I don't know what the difference is other than slightly different hardware. See, with at least mobile phones and consoles, that stuff's all the same. Well, for Apple, I should say. For Android, not so much. Android really is like the PC market. You can build something for Android and it cannot work on Samsung's, but work great on LG phones. It could work on OnePlus's and not work on the Huawei's. development of technology. I wouldn't say they're easily corruptible. The drivers don't go corrupted. That's a bit of a fallacy. It's something else. You can get a corrupted driver if it's installed corrupted. Then you'll have problems
Just
from day
need a
one.
moment to catch my breath.
Windows operating system, on the other hand, or operating systems in general, get the corruption. But usually not the drivers. In my experience, it's always a deprecated method that was encoded that the people who wrote it don't want to fix because they're either too much work, or the person that did it doesn't want to fix it, or the person that made it doesn't work at the company anymore.
I shall free you. Thrill of victory shall forever be your prison.
There we go. And it's not the Vulcan drivers we have to control. It's Path of Exile. They're the ones who wrote them used them for their game. That's all. Just saying. Well now. What are you, my friend? Increased armor, increased shield, except for the space stats are total crap. Burning damage, junk. Increased stun and block, junk. 8 chance to ignite, junk for me. Supported skills by Unleash have +1 to maximum number of seals. Okay, that's stupid. You know, if this was any other armor. Yeah, the person doesn't work anymore. I deal with it a lot. With a lot of customers. Okay, so look down here at Blade Fall. See, it has the icon 4. Well, which won't stick because once I drop it, next is 3. See this huge explosion? That's 3 stacks of Blade Fall in one cast. Take that out. This is my normal Blade Fall cast. Not that great. Doesn't do much. Blade Fall is not my damaging skill. Blade Fall is my delivery method for the poisons and damage and for the pre-damage. It can stack poisons on people. It's 5 VODs at a time. Holy crap, I should someone buying something. And they want the dusk
Just need a
fang.
moment to catch my breath.
Sure.
Every concept and every notion has a counterpart.
Okay, so like I was saying,
Every idea is opposite. It is just the absence of the idea itself.
Unleash lets me throw the spell down and throws 3 stacks of it at once. It has to charge up.
Presence is the absence of absence. Any perceived difference is in fact also a deep connection. In this way, opposing forces are
So that's something to think about. So I throw 3 stacks of it at once. It has to recharge.
of interdependent
So see,
pieces.
you get a seal every, in this case almost less than a second, to a maximum of 3. Support spells are unsealed when cast and their effects reoccur for each seal lost. That's why when I throw my blades, when this is 3, it looks like there's 3 stats here. It's 15 blades. And that's why so much of them blow up. That's where all my damage comes from, is the blade blast on the 3 stacks of blade fall. See, spell cascade gives me a bigger area of effect to do less damage. Again, don't care about the damage on Bladefall, but it hits in front and behind me. So I'm not just keep attacking forward.
Good day.
Useful skill.
Something happening to the active. You touch it with the fourth watchstone in the citadel. Stay.
Alright, let's go deal with this dude. I didn't know that you could roll extra seals. Again, if Bladefall was my primary damaging skill, I would, but it doesn't have the resilience to be a damaging skill. This is why one of the problems I have when I start doing spam a lot like this, I'm going to throw down one Bladefall at a time. My damage blast actually goes down. But if I'm trying to rapidly kill something really fast by stacking poisons on it, it works for me. I do my first ascendancy the instant I complete my last trial. So it could be anywhere between 28 and 32. It depends on the build too. I have pushed the envelope real hard before and done my ascendancy. The first ascendancy I think at 28. I will either do my second ascendancy. I can't really say, it depends on how I'm playing the build. I've done my second I've completed Katava 2 without doing my ascendancies. I've done the first one and I forgot about Cruel and Merciless. So I end up going all the way through the story and haven't done my labs. This build did that. I forgot that I just didn't do my labs until I got the maps. And gold room, I'll take that, always useful. You 50 on hardcore, you have to. Zero's a bit cheatsy. Well, I think if you play it right, you should be able to do it, depending on your build, from my experience, Zaro at 30, 55, 68, and then 80. At least in my experience, to be very successful and do it at any decent amount of speed. Again, this is just my experience with my playstyle. I could be completely wrong, and I'm sure I'm wrong in regards to people who are very good at this game and can do the Zaro with their eyes closed. You know. Mrs. BBB and I usually do dominance in our early 30s, if not late 20s. Again, I don't worry too much about the levels. You can stack level. So there's no rhyme or reason. It becomes a matter of your own personal skill and the character you're playing. And Mrs. BB's right, hardcore in my opinion, and I agree with her, is more for people who like to deal with the punishment. I'm sure the satisfaction of surviving an entire league must be amazing, but I wouldn't. Not this Mr. Fox. No. The biggest problem I have with Piety is that spinny beam, which you can dodge, but when she's here in Ritual, it's a death sentence. It will catch you because there's no areas to dodge. Having Piety in a Ritual fight is the worst. Not Piety the Empyrean, the Malformation Piety. From the Belly of the Beast. Ooh, 13. Kieran's End map. Yes.
Just need a...
Metamorph's another one that's a little bit rippy. If you're not careful, he has flattened me into the mud before this. One shot me. Well, I don't know how, but it does happen.
In a long lost dream, great foes hide in tiny boxes. A full combat, 7.
Laughs from Mrs. BBB are first right before Dominus, no matter her level. Can be as low as 28 and she'll do it. She's good at the laughs too. Second one she does right before the spider boss, and the third one and fourth one on maps. I've done Mercy Lab before Katava 2 on one of my builds. Usually the mine just to prove a point. Not to myself that I can do it. He swiped me in the face. I'm not getting fisted, thank you. I've got a lot of poison stacks on him. He's taking a lot of damage in that bubble. The moment he broke the bubble, he just dropped. That's crazy for my stacks. I didn't know I had that many spilled on him. Global chance, dexterity, intelligence, spill damage, and penetrates fire. Meh. Don't really care too much. Okay, there we go. T. 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 Thank you. Did not want to cast my skill. That goes in storage. That goes here. Ooh, I have full on gold room. Yeah. I will say though, if you play a lot of hardcore, you're probably a lot more resistant to dealing with this game's bull garbage. Liver, brain, lung, heart. Nice. Just saying. Already got a factory copy, so we must just burn it out. Get off my way. Secret to all maps. This is important. Public service knowledge. Never, ever do a map that says unique boss has increased attack and cast speed. Ever, ever, ever do it. Never do it. Crit chance, reduce chance, chaos res. Can't be generated. That's a terrible map. More life, increase area effect, slay mobs, reduce flash. That's fine. Why might you die, Mrs. BBB?
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Oh, good old boy. Sometimes you die at Act 4, especially if you're attentive on new mechanics. Don't play hardcore unless you really want to punish yourself, man. Enjoy the game. Get through it. I mean, if you already have, then that's different. Like I said, you won't ever catch me playing hardcore in this game. God, Baron, you are so arrogant. You think you're God. That is not cool, dude. No. Jeweler Strongbox. What's in the box? +4 chest level, guarded by a rogue exile. Okay, guys, we're gonna play with this. I'm gonna show you something rather interesting. Finished and uninstalled. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you? Trying to think for a minute. Generally cap resist first. Yeah, resistance cap is critical. I don't care who says otherwise, including chaos resistance, unless you're CI build. Or have some conversion rate, like Divine Flesh, which is something that a lot of our buddy Tenkiei does with physical builds. I'm not very good at it. I don't really get that kind of way of converting. Calm and winter mood, yeah. It's cold here. We got caught in an ice storm, so everything's frozen. Can't really go anywhere. My daughter's got school called off 2 days in a row now. She doesn't go back till next week because we have Monday off. It's a holiday here in the United States, but if the ice is around and there's no school on Tuesday, that's 3 days. 3 days of no school for my daughter. It's hot one day and snows. It almost sounds like you're in Bulgaria. Let me think here. What? It's the truth. My buddies tell me that all the time. Depending where you are in Turkey, you've got, what is it, the Baltic Sea to your north and the Mediterranean to your south. So you've got two completely different conflicting heat and weather patterns. Canada's frozen. Yeah, you guys got the northern part of the storm we got here in the southern United States. West Coast. So you're on the. You would be considered to be in the Istanbul Strait. You would be considered to be on the western part, so Mediterranean, I believe. Aegean Sea. Thank you. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Engineer's Orb. I should have some, don't I? Oh my god, what am I doing with 44 of you guys? Give me 4 of those. Give me a Orb of Transmutation. Give me a few of these alterations. Give me a stack of alterations. And then give me a Regal Orb. Or two. Maybe a Valor Orb to play around with it too. Okay. I love Jeweler Strongboxes. These things are pretty crazy. Let's first of all get rid of the mobs around my face. And the mobs are from beyond. They're here too. Same with most American people dream Greek island weather. For most of humanity's history, in early human history, quote unquote, Mediterranean people would know it from history as Greek areas, the Greek territories. It's where you got your olives, where you got your oils, it's where you got all your great spices. Aside not counting Spain in the last century, you got your wines, all your serious major trade goods that were sold in the world came out of Turkey. Ottoman Empire. Come on. Ottoman Empire. Come on. You can't go. Let's hit this with transportation. I'm going to roll this a bit. Contains identified. Meh. Increased quantity. This is important on these boxes. all about the increased quantity. Oh, you're fighting the upstairs guys. Good luck, Mrs. BBB. Increased rarity is a trap. It doesn't actually give you anything. 59% increased quantity. Yeah. Hit it with a Regal Orb. So, I can hit this with a Val Orb now. And the chances that I'll get is the items come out corrupted, right? With their gems and their quality 20, they'll sell great. No, really, Mrs. BBB? Ah. Shoot. Alright, let's open this up. I thought about playing with the Valor Orb. Well, I'm glad I didn't. Because we got monsters from beyond that summoned. Ah, fudge. Didn't give me anything worthwhile. Oh well. Say Levy. She took. I think she took one death. The guys in the Val Temple are really cheatsy. They really are. And you know, Mert, I want to say that you told me you were in Turkey last time I saw you, and my memory's trash. As I've gotten older, I can't remember things like I used to. Yep, I'm so bad about remembering this thing. I have a hard time with names, remembering people's names too. It's too many years in retail. You focus on the person in front of you in retail, and then because I was commissioned for a wireless telco, you were actually trained to forget a lot of that stuff. And they tell you to build these relationships with the customers, and then as soon as you close the sale, they can kind of pound sand. Which is one of the many reasons I left that job many years ago. I need a drink after this fight. My throat is dry. I ran out of coffee. It's 11 o'clock. I actually called my stream at 11 now because I usually start at 8, but I didn't today. I started late. We'll go to about 11:30 and then call it that point. Come on, Dad. Come on, please. Go hello. Oh, nope. That's going to get me killed if I don't get him. Called it. Could not kill him for some reason. Hello? Wow. Watch this. We're dead. Game? Game? Hello? Hello? Well, he killed me. This fight's still weird. The lightning makes it harder for me to move around, and he sped up. Probably because one of them, well, I can't show you right now. Probably because of the increased area of effect and the monsters from beyond that spawned in the fight. And I had so many poison stacks on him that even though I died and stayed here, the other half of his life just counted all the way down till he died. So So now I have to exit character selection, but I finished the map, so it doesn't matter. Am I still connected to Path of Exile? Well, that was weird. I did. I killed. It's because I killed him the way they tend to kill us. You know? But I'm going to get a beverage. No, you know what? It's what? I actually need to call it for the night, I think. I'm not exactly sure. No, you know what? Screw it. Let's take out Baron. Let's get him off my list.
Just need judging by the trailer.
Let's knock him out. Get him out of here. Finish this sequence of conquerors. Oh yeah, I love abusing game mechanics if I can. Oh yeah, thank you, Mrs. BBB. I just saw that. I have a good reminder. Thank you, thank you. How funny was it to watch him just that boss run around like, oh, I killed the player. I killed the player. My guys are. Who's the boss of this one? Rizlathia? Garrulus, the Will Thief, actually, I think he's actually called. It's burning rage. Oh god, it's a devourer. Oh. Is that the way you just kind of run around and he just kind of pops out of the ground and he's all like, hey, I'm a devourer. Fear me. Play Dota 2 hardcore? What is it? Yeah, right? Amen to that. I liked Dota. I played a lot of the original Dota on the Warcraft 3 mod. I was so terrible at it. My cousin was amazing. My cousin Kappa was incredible at it. He just knew how certain things worked. I don't know what he does nowadays. I don't see him on Steam anymore. He did it. From him back in the day, it was Dota and Counter-Strike. A lot of leagues in Counter-Strike. A lot of championships. Well, pre-champ for Counter-Strike. Never got to go to any of the tournaments. And we're talking when Counter-Strike was a mod, not when it was a standalone. That came later. He still played it. Never ever. Oh god. Do I even want to know? I'll check in a sec here. 10,000 hours on Steam on Dota 2. Jesus. Ouch. What did you do here? Totems, rare monsters, creep. It's just waste pool, though. You should be okay. Hardcore makes me Path of Exile from the exercise. Yeah, I can understand that. Can't Dota 1's got more than 20k? I believe it. I believe it. I wish I knew how many hours I had in Minecraft. Ow. I need to stack a bunch of poisons on you, Baron. I hate fighting Baron. He's such a pain. That should be enough to tear most of his health down now. I'm just gonna stay alive. Waste pool is Dodre. Which one? Dodre with the totems or the other Dodre? Dodre with the totems, right? Valve, yeah, okay, that shouldn't be too bad. Spell damage, physical damage, fire damage, lightning dispels, global accuracy, mana, projectile speed, burning damage, light radius, and damage penetrate light radius. This one has no idea what it wants to be when it grows up. Never tried Dota? Respect the esport, it is hard. It can be. I liked Mrs. BBB is showing off because of course she's fighting Dodre and Mrs. BBB is immune to chaos damage. That rule to you about not doing it, that one doesn't apply when you fight a boss you're immune to the damage too. You played professional league for a while, but when you started in a league, you were really good for the game. Guess 24-25, and now you're You know, this one's got so many mods. It's too bad they're all jank. If they were all one type, like all fire, that could be worth something. Never too old to game. Agreed. E-shield, energy shield, wow, junk. Did I put the stone away in the... I did.
Just need a
Bump, 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 bump.
Trailer's going cold.
Good day. My regard.
Yeah, like I was saying, I got dumb. Mrs. BBB and I both have dumb hours of Minecraft from back in the day. I used to encounter my first. There's a random metamorph in your map, as in like the actual creature, or one of the Maven things. So that would be cool. Until it makes you mad because you're on a map with mods that can kill you. That's crazy. Pong on Atari 82. Dudes, let's talk about that statement about Pong. That's my first game, my first computer. And it was new when we got it. My dad got that in 80, I think. Still had it until I was, well, it was in storage. You need to screenshot it and show me. Was those exploding, drop everything mobs? What case? You might have had... Did it have a keyboard or no? Built into the thing? Or was it just wired controllers? You had an Atari. Depending how big it was, you either had an Atari 2600 or a 7800.
just need a moment to catch my breath.
If I remember right. Oh, that is ridiculous. You had 2600. This guy. Get the house in Montreal for safety reasons. That's funny. Yeah, check this out. I don't think Mrs. BBB got enough slink boots off that kill. That's funny. That's funny business right there. I'll pick up another Star Kanyas. Kids got you. Commodore 64 was was business. My best buddy when I was a kid, he had one, and that thing was epic. We played Fantasy 3 on it, Bard's Tale, and I want to say Firestorm was another game on it. They weren't mirrored, those were all straight up. Oh, it's like when you killed that one guy by that tree in the, whatever map that is, when he explodes, and they tend to drop like 20 of those, the claws. The basic rare claw. I'm just gonna go. I wanna go fight Al Hesman, and I think I wanna fight Baron before we log, if it's not too late. Baron up. No, this is it. Al Hesman will be the last one. Alright, I took out Baron, and yeah, so this will be the last one. Sweet. I'm gonna grab it. It goes tier 10. You know, I was thinking I'm hungry too, but it's so late. I don't know if I want anything. I mean, I shouldn't eat, but I want some to eat. I don't know if we have any nacho chips. You can look, but I think we ate the last of those the other day. Three days ago, you put a mirror chest, didn't know what it was, so I alchemied it. Mirror chests only, they make a mirror of the item. It just dupes the item. Not really useful. I mean, maybe if you get really lucky, but 4 trash is 4 trash is 4 trash. I'm gonna pick it up. Maelstrom of Chaos. I don't think I have one of those yet. No chips, huh? I'm sorry. I told you we're out of chips. We're like really low on chips, like across the board. Or do we have some you want me to make nachos for you? We're out of chips. I can't go and get you some right now because of the weather. Mrs. BB does not want me driving in this ice, and I can't say I blame her. We watched the pile up in Texas today. Ooh, that's a good win. I love. Yeah, we watched an accident in Texas on I-35 West. They got hit with the ice storm like we did. It was over a 100 car pileup. It was awful. Bless all their hearts. You were using an Archer Marauder, scaling burning arrow with potent wheel iron grip. Well, that's a thought. You only remember Bruce Lee. Clearly, you learned a lot of programming stuff on it. Bruce Lee was a fun game. I remember that on the Commodore. Or am I thinking Kung Fu? I don't remember. I don't actually remember now.
The spectre out of the mist.
Yeah, Al, come on. I'm not a spectre. I am. You guys you're just lost in here. No, you're not. Get over here.
I'm not the only.
Al Hesman, you're dead. Kung Fu 3. Mrs. BB just got me wanting to play that ball lightning miner. Because it looks fun. Alright guys, we've cycled my Atlas again. We're going into stage 4 Conquerors now at this point. So, the thing. I need stones out of Glenark Cairns. That new best here, okay. Kung Fu 3, Pitfall 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I remember Pitfall. Jumping on top of alligators' heads and their mouths are closed. Bring on the rage! I think we all remember Pitfall. I think we don't want to remember Pitfall, but I think we all remember Pitfall. What time is it? It's about that time. What the hell do I have for high tier maps? Hang on. I have 4 new Vestiers. Well, okay, new Vestier will give me a Baron spawn. We should be able to get them all done. It requires the green stone. Let's see if we can proc Baron at a new Vestier. Do the siege map. Siege map requires what? Tier 16 corrupted rare. This is when it starts to hurt. Oh god. See which is Rogue Exile. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I played. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna run this map. I think let's see if we can get Baron to spawn. I remember playing a text, an ASCII game called The Temple of Apshai on my Atari. I loved that game. It was hard. New version of Pitfall 8-bit on mobile. That doesn't surprise me. Pitfall's a classic. I won't play it again because, you know, frustration levels can be high. I will say this, though. Those old games were harder because you didn't have the ridiculous graphics. You didn't have the edge control and all the little things. It was left or right and jump. But you had to be so precise. So precise. Yeah, Dee, to answer your comment, I commented on your post on my Dark Souls videos. Yeah, I do plan on doing a 3 playthrough at some point. Like I mentioned earlier, not many people want to see Dark Souls 1 content being remastered unless it's PvP. And I'm not a player versus player guy. I never have been for Dark Souls. I don't like it. It's not fun to me. I don't mind doing Jolly Cooperation, but do Jolly Cooperation, you run the risk of getting evaded, so. Oh, hello. We're almost done with the Dark Souls 1 playthrough. I think. We end up have to do... Yeah, I pretty much have to do it. Oh, my brain's tired. I can't remember. I'll know when I start it back up. I should have the Seath the Scaleless fight up this week. I think this coming week, either Wednesday or next week Saturday, because you guys will see the second half of the Duke's Archives this Saturday morning when it drops. Yeah, I remember the Nintendo Power Bags. Nintendo Power magazines was the reason I was able to beat the original Goonies on the Nintendo 8-bit system. Because, oh my god, that game. There are 2 games to this day that I can claim that I have beaten that almost nobody can. I have beat the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Nintendo. Once. Once in my entire life. I was young, was 12 or 14 when I did it. And there's a Nintendo game, 8-bit game called Friday the 13th, and I have beaten that too. I've beaten that more than once, fighting up Jason and saving the counselors. But let me tell you, the RNG on that game is ridiculously ridiculous. Hey, it's a Karst quest. Hang on. Which one? The new Pitfall? Is that what you're talking about? The one that's evil and designed to kill you? Sounds like every other game I ever played. Look at Dark Souls. Look at this game. Oh, you're gonna pull a Tukohama? That should be easy to fight in your challenge. It's only Tukohama.
Stumble it. Heavy guard.
Oh, what is this? Die, Tukohama. We're just gonna walk over here and watch you die.
Joy.
And Baron did not spawn because he's a punk. Mr. Beast did a charity fundraiser with it. Yeah. Well, at least we're starting to get maps. I'm not playing any more maps tonight. I'm going to bed, guys. I've got to get sleep. Although, New Vastir will probably be the new hunting ground for Baron. So let me grab all those and get them prepped for tomorrow. How you found about it? It showed up on your recommended. That's what a lot of us find out games nowadays. Advertising is dead. It comes up on your recommended feed. Speaking of which, I wish I had 1,000 followers so I could take advantage of the Spiffing Brits very well done article about how to use communities to blow up your channel. I don't have enough people. Or I would have taken advantage of that a year, like months ago. Oh well, what can you do though, right? Chance the dog's unlucky. That's easy. Nope. Coliseum. Ugh. 2 bosses on Coliseum? Is this Duresso? Yeah. Oh, I love Spiffing Brit. Him and Feedback Gaming. They're my favorite of the Yogscast. Hands down. Hands down. Because, you know, Simon doesn't play Minecraft with Lewis anymore, so what's the point? Okay, this is getting scrubbed and started over. I don't know. Strain one of those that requires corrupted rare. Magic or higher. And Coliseum. He must be over here. Vault. Arachnid Tomb. Wow, it doesn't show up. I bet it needs to be corrupted rare then. Beautiful. That'll do it. Well, I've been casting on and off for about... Mrs. BBB and I have been married now for 4 years. I have been casting on and off for about 5 years plus. Started on Twitch, and then started making content on YouTube, but not streaming on YouTube. Realized that when I took a year off from creating content, my channel on Twitch died. Because I decided to spend my time to raise my daughter and spend time with my wife. Then I came back to streaming a couple years ago. And decided to switch this year to straight YouTube, and I like it better. I just like the platform better. But I am going to call for the night, and if you like my content, if you're not following, hit that like button and the subscribe. Leave a comment. I like comments. Comments are awesome. And spread the word about the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I've got the maps prepped for tomorrow. I'll see you around between 8 and 9 p.m. Central Standard. Follow me on Twitter at @TheFoxCrimson because I post when I go live. Really, that's awesome. Probably because I make content every week. And you know, I get more visibility because now I stream 5 days a week here. So they're going to start recommending me, I hope. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll catch you all later. Thank you for the good times. Have yourselves a good night.